Are journalists terrorists? Hello, Mr. Sardesai, you are a bloody Chinese agent paid by China? I thought I was being paid by Pakistan. Don't be funny, Mr. Sardesai. We know how you live in a 52 crore bungalow bought through illegal money. The views expressed in this blog are hosted on my own website, are strictly personal and do not reflect the views of any organization. Hello and welcome friends once again to Straight Bat, my weekly video blog where, as the title suggests, I comment with a straight bat. Namaskar. Are journalists terrorists? It's a question that has been bothering me this week ever since the special cell of the Delhi police raided, detained and questioned journalists connected to the news portal NewsClick. Two people associated with NewsClick have been already arrested under the UAPA, or the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act. The main allegation being made is that the news portal received illegal funding from China, routed through the United States. Remember, the UAPA is an act where you are being charged effectively with harboring terrorists or supporting terrorism. When I questioned the manner of the early morning raid and detention of these journalists, some of whom weren't even on NewsClick rolls, some of whom I know very well personally, I was labeled a Chinese agent. In fact, I got an angry, abusive call from an unknown number a few days ago, and I thought I would relate the gist of that conversation while expunging out the abuse. So let me tell you what I heard on the phone. Hello, Mr. Sardesai, you are a bloody Chinese agent. How much were you paid by the Chinese government for defending NewsClick on social media? My response? Paid by China? I thought I was being paid by Pakistan. Don't be funny, Mr. Sardesai. We know how you live in a 52 crore bungalow bought through illegal money. But sir, I live in a house number 52, bought through my Network 18 shares. I had a small stake and an HDFC loan, which is now fully repaid. You are, I fear, confusing my house number for the number of crores I spent buying it. I don't care. All I know is that you are connected to the Communist Party in Beijing and you have even traveled there secretly. Sorry, sir. I think you've got it badly wrong again. The only time I have traveled to China was once in 2003 when Atal Bihari Vajpayee was Prime Minister and when journalists were actually allowed to accompany the Prime Minister on foreign flights and even ask questions on board to the Prime Minister. Are you telling me, Mr. Sardesai, you have never received any Chinese funds as a journalist? No, sir. My only connection with Chinese funds is that I do use the Paytm app often, and Paytm does or did have major Chinese fintech investments. Don't get funny with me, Mr. Sardesai. Isn't it true that you have written and spoken against our government on China? You are a real Deshdrohi. No, sir. I am not a Deshdrohi. But yes, I have questioned our government's failure to come clean on the post-Galwan border situation. I have questioned whether India has lost control over specific patrolling points in eastern Ladakh as is being alleged. I have questioned whether the Modi government's Jhula diplomacy with Beijing has worked or not. I have questioned why is our trade deficit with China continuing to balloon even after all the talk of boycotting Chinese goods. If asking questions of a government makes me a Deshdrohi, then yes, I am one, I guess. Just shut up now. Did you ask these questions when Nehru ji was Prime Minister? Do you know how much land India lost after the 1962 war? All of you just want to target Prime Minister Modi and his government. Sir, with due regard, I was born in 1965. The war took place with China in 62 and Nehru ji died in 1964. How could I question the former Prime Minister when I wasn't even born then? Dekho now, You are really making me angry. Do you know that NewsClick portal was being funded by an American Chinese Neville Roy Singham? You people are traitors. Sir, the only Singham I know of is from that Ajay Devgan film, which is set in my lovely Goa. I hope you have seen it. As for Roy, I do know of Pranoy Roy, and he isn't an American Chinese. I also know of Arundhati Roy, and she isn't an American Chinese either, but a Booker Prize winner. Don't get funny with me, Mr. Sardesai. Have you read the New York Times article on this Neville guy? He clearly is funding the media to push Chinese propaganda. But sir, I thought that the Indian right wing considered New York Times as a liberal left anti-India rag. Now you are believing what is written in New York Times? If we start believing foreign publications so much, sir, then tomorrow you might have to investigate Gautam Bhai Adani also, no? By the way, nowhere in the New York Times article is it suggested that this Neville guy is a criminal. He is referred there to as a tech mogul who made his money legally and now is a socialist beneficiary of far left causes. Look, Mr. Sardesai, far left equals terrorism. The Prime Minister is dead right. All of you are bloody urban Naxals. Sir, I am neither left nor right. I am caught in the center. I praise the government when it gets things right. I criticize it when it gets things wrong. My critics, in fact, called me a monkey balancer. By the way, sir, can you tell me who exactly is an urban Naxal? All you people who criticize Modi ji, all of you are urban Naxals. All of you who don't understand Hindutva politics are urban Naxals. All of you who don't watch a Vivek Agnihotri film like Vaccine Wars or Kashmir Files are urban Naxals. In fact, let me tell you, it was our esteemed Agnihotri ji. He is the one who coined this term urban Naxals. The Prime Minister has simply borrowed it from him. You are the urban Naxal gang. But I thought, sir, we were the Khan Market Lutyens gang, no sir? Arey Khan Market gang, urban Naxals, all of this is the same thing. All of you should be packed off and sent to China. You people don't deserve to live in Bharat. But sir, I live in India, that is Bharat. Don't get funny with me, Mr. Sardesai again. Dekho, I am a very powerful, well-connected person. I want to warn you one last time. If you ever say a word against the Modi government again after this, I will send the ED to your house. Lo, ab ED ke naam se dar gaye na? Sir, the only time I was really frightened was when as a junior cricketer, I once faced the great West Indian fast bowler Malcolm Marshall on a cold day in England. But since you are threatening me so openly, I just want to tell you, sir, that I have now decided to move to Mumbai for my safety. Arey Mumbai, Delhi, what difference does it make? Hamare aadmi charo taraf hai. I know, sir, but the BJP is in power in Mumbai, and I was told that the ED or the Enforcement Directorate only operates in opposition ruled states. So I guess I am safe in Mumbai, no? Mr. Sardesai, you are getting out of hand. Be careful, very careful. I will be watching every move of yours. Jai Shri Ram. And so, my friends, the conversation ended with this voice, this anonymous caller. By the way, I want you to know now that this conversation is an imaginary one. But trust me, friends, in India, what may be imaginary today could become a reality tomorrow. Which leaves me to ask the original question on the straight bat. Are journalists terrorists? No, my friends. Writing or speaking against government policies doesn't make you a terrorist. Even writing or speaking like a government mouthpiece also doesn't make you a terrorist. You may be a propagandist, but terrorists no. And yes, you have every right under the law to investigate the source of funding of any news organization. No journalist is above the law. But please use the draconian laws like UAPA very carefully and with transparency. As for being called Chinese agents and anti-nationals, if speaking truth to power makes me and many others like me anti-national, then all I can say, I am proud to be anti-national. That was the straight bat. Remember, do subscribe to my YouTube channel for many more such videos. For now, stay well, stay safe. Jai Hind, Namaskar.